guys, and welcome to another edition of Cooking a la Quarantine. I'm Jason, and today we're going to make deer jerky. Now this is a recipe that is true and dear to my heart. My grandfather, who you saw me with a picture feeding him a wedding cookie, he had this recipe written down on a napkin at his retirement as a captain in the United States Navy in 1974. Somebody wrote this down, and it was this isn't the actual cocktail napkin, but my mother still has the cocktail napkin, and it is 2020 and part of Operation Enduring Charlie Foxtrot. So, today here's what we're going to do. I am going to make jerky. Now, here's the interesting thing about jerky. If you ever make it, a couple of things that will happen. Number one, somebody will say, hey, can I have some? Number two, oh, this is better than the store-bought. And my other favorite, hey, buddy, can you make some of this for me? Well, it's kind of interesting. I've made deer jerky for years. I've got a huge dehydrator that my wife was nice enough to get me from Cabela's. It's an 80-liter. It's beautiful. It works great. I can do 7 pineapples at once in that thing, or 25 pounds of jerky. So I didn't shoot this off my front porch. My buddy Jerry, his granddaughter, got her first buck. They have a one-day youth rifle season, and this was actually taken from archery season, because remember, in North Carolina, deer season runs from September to January. So here's what we're going to do. I've had this bad boy soaking for about he had it for 7 days. I've had it for 5. So 7 plus 5 is 12, about 12 days in ice. I've got one of those Arctic coolers. Yeti has yet to reach out to me. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to cut up strips. And you know what? Everybody's like, well, it needs to be 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch or what. Guess what? Whatever I cut in goes in this bucket. So I'm going to cut up a bunch of this. And look, here's the crazy thing. Deer meat, or venison, as my wife likes to call it, because she's sophisticated. She's from Michigan. Venison is very lean. This is the fattiest fat I've ever fatted on a deer. Okay? Some people save that for making sausages. I plan on doing that at some point when Joe gets a pig slaughtered for me. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice this up, and I'm not going to sit here and waste your time on that. So I'll slice this up, various thicknesses. I'm just being honest. Some of you have much better manual dexterity than I do, and good for you. I hope you're not wasting it. So I'm going to show you how to make the marinade. We'll be right back. So my wife / producer / camera woman reminded me why use a regular knife when you can use an electric chainsaw. And that makes it a hell of a lot easier. We'll be back after I cut all this up, and we'll make up the marinade. Okay, now I'm going to go according to the recipe. I may have to make more because the whole thing is with marinating, you got to cover it and let it soak everything up, and then I rotate it every once in a while. This is the stuff I made up before. Yeah, I know. Nothing like using a kombucha bottle and some paint, but tape or whatever. Painter's tape is what I was trying to get at. So guess what? That just happened to cover up that little itty bitty. So this is why I get so mad when I make jerky, and then, it takes like 5-6 days to do it. You make it, you give somebody a bag, it's probably about a pound. They kill it in like 5 minutes. I can't stand that. It drives me nuts because, and we all know there's a lot of people that do that. So here's how I'm going to do it. I've got one of my cleaned out distilled water bottles. And this is how I'm going to mix it up because this is what I do. And you know what? If you do something different, that doesn't mean it's wrong. It means okay. So I'm going to double this recipe, which means I'm going to put a cup of Worcestershire in here. I'll be right back because I'm going to look for my funnel. And you can use low sodium. I'm using what I got, and see, just like everything else, moderation. So here's a half cup of soy sauce. And actually I screwed up on that. So I got to do 2 teaspoons of onion powder. And this is onion powder. And then garlic powder. I don't have it, so we're going to use granulated garlic. Alright. And you're probably thinking, well, how are you going to wash the rest of this down? Well, it's real simple. I still have to put in the liquid smoke. I've never smoked jerky before. I figure probably talk to Patrick about that and get his expert opinion on it. Without giving away any trade secrets. So I'm probably going to have to make more of this stuff because I got to cover all that up, and this little bit is not going to do it. But when in Rome, do as the Romans, right? Well, what I'm going to do, I am going to add just a smidgen more of soy sauce because old Jason screwed up here. Well, now like I've said, sometimes things don't work out the way they planned. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some more, but I'm going to do it the right way. So what I'll do, since somebody's going to sit there and go, oh my God, he cross-contaminated the stuff. All right. So do another 2 teaspoons So that's 4 of these half teaspoons. You guys are so smart. And then you know what? What we're going to do is we're going to put this in the fridge for like 3 days. And then I'm going to put it in the dehydrator. And I'll show you all the steps. I mean, it's no big deal. I'm not going to cry. We're not going to lose sleep over it. Now, hopefully, if I did this incorrectly, which I did, we'll be able to tamp it down a little bit. Alright, so really, all I got's a little powder, little bit of wash, and that'll wash out with this. So, another cup of Worcestershire sauce. Another half cup. Soy sauce. Alright, so literally I just made 4 times the recipe. But there's a reason for that. Because I got a lot of stuff I got to cover. And you know what, that's okay. We'll figure it out. So then what I do is I take this, put that over top, give it a good shaky. Okay. Here you go. I would say I need to make one more batch because I got to cover this up the way. So I'll make one more batch. We'll be right back and I'll see you soon. Alright, so as you can see, everything's set. Going to throw this in the fridge for about 4 days, and every day I'm going to mix it around. You know, I like to take a little pride in what I do. The nice thing about using something like this, guess what? I throw it in the recycling bin. We're good to go. So, I'll see you in a couple of days. We'll throw it in the dehydrator, and I'll see you in a couple after that. I'll catch you soon.